everyone, my name is Sean Arnold and welcome to another episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Ranked Duels. Today I'm doing a follow-up episode to my 60 card YoKaiZoo deck, which is a mixture of Yosenjus, Zodiacs and Kaijus, all built into one big 60 card beautiful deck. And after posting the last video, I got some really good advice. I decided to post the build to Reddit and decide and see what people thought of it, and there were two people that really gave me some excellent advice, and I kind of want to make the follow-up video to kind of show how well they are. And there's two users that gave me some good advice are Izanagi104 and FoolishBurial. FoolishBurial in particular is known as the Yosenju guy on Yu-Gi-Oh! Reddit. I've read some of his posts before, and the guy knows his stuff, and so when he kind of looked at my build and just kind of ripped it to shreds, I was so grateful because the improvements he made upon it were really good. And now we've got a build here which I'm incredibly happy with, and the only thing I haven't done so far is worked on a site, but at the moment I feel like this deck is incredibly powerful and it's really helping me understand the meta and learning how to play the game in this newer, faster format. So yeah, let's talk about the post that they made. I'll talk about Izanagi's a little bit later, but we'll start off with FoolishBurial. FoolishBurial, he tore the decks to pieces, and I'm not going to read out the entire post that he said, but I basically will pick out the stuff that kind of I decided to use. I didn't use all of his ideas, but there were some really good ideas that I thought were worth definitely touching upon. The first one was running your Senjus without trap cards. That was a bit of a mindfuck for me. As long as I've run your Senjus, I've always run traps with them because they are a monster archetype which is built around repeating normal summons, but then bounces back to your hand in the end phase, leaving your field typically and so quite often wide open. However, as this is not a pure Yosenju deck and we have mixtures of other engines such as Zodiacs and Speedroids, we don't really have to worry about the field wide open. Plus, a big piece of advice that FoolishBurial gave was to run more hand traps. And we are now in a format where hand traps are actually really quite powerful, and you can use and rely upon them more so than trap cards because they won't be destroyed by back row removal like Twin Twisters or MST, etc. And yeah, it worked out really well. The hand traps which are on this deck now are Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which I had before. Maxi is still in the build, and we are added into this build Ghost Ash and Beautiful Spring. Gabs is a really good card. It's coming out in Maximum Crisis, and it's a card which can disrupt a lot of plays, similar to how Strike works and Solemn Warning works. Gabs negates any effect which is either adding cards from your deck to your hand, or it's going to special summon a card to your field from your deck. And it's really great in kind of just stopping a lot of plays. It stops a lot of searching cards. And I know when Gabs is used against me, it's usually a hard time. So I'm having a lot of fun running Gabs in my deck. As well as that, I'm also running Speedroid Menko. Speedroid Menko is a card which I've run in Yosenjus before and I actually really love it, but I kind of dropped it out due to lack of synergy. But thanks to Izanagi104's suggestion, who said you should put your Speedroids in this deck, I thought why not? I might as well put Menko in this deck as well. Speedroid Menko is a hand trap where if my opponent decides to attack, I can special summon it to the field and it will turn all cards my opponent controls into defense positions. And unless my opponent has a card like White Spirit Dragon, where it can activate in the main phase and special summon more cards, usually that's enough to kind of stop a play. FoolishBurial did point out though, be aware of the Speedroid Menko, that it cannot affect Link monsters, because Link monsters do not turn into defense position at all, and I am going to have to kind of pay attention to that once Link monsters become a thing, but right now, I'm kind of comfortable running Menko. So, as I alluded to earlier, Izanagi104 suggested to run Speedroids. Speedroids are excellent in this deck. It's just another engine which has more synergy in this deck, which I just didn't see at first. At the moment, what we have is 4 engines in this build. We have Speedroids, which typically if you get Speedroid on your first turn, you can go into MX Invoker, and MX Invoker then searches out Zodiacs, then Zodiacs can search out your Senjus, and then your Senjus and Kaijus are best of friends, best buddies, BFFs, and they work together all day, every day. It works out really well. There's a jewel in this video somewhere which kind of just shows how amazing Speedroids are on the first turn, and the amount of advantage that it kind of generates is kind of crazy. So yeah, no, big thanks to FoolishBurial and Izanagi for sharing that tip with me as well. There was stuff which they also suggested, having more monster removal in the main deck such as Raigeki and Dark Hole is definitely something I needed to do, and definitely something works out. And also instant fusion. I've used Instant Fusion in YoSenju builds before because of Norden and Norden rank 4 plays, but I decided to take it out, or I didn't fit it into the original 60 card build because I can't really remember why. I just felt like it was something I didn't need to use straight away. But Instant Norden is so good in this build right now. There are so many level 4 targets, and as FoolishBurial pointed out, now that you're running cards like Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, which is a tuner, you can run cards like Emergency Teleport to search it out from the deck and make level 7 synchros. I haven't played around with synchros so much. I actually haven't summoned out any of the synchros so far, but I do intend to try it out more and more. FoolishBurial suggested you running Black Rose Dragon, and at the moment, yeah, it's good. It's just the space in the extra deck is so tight. It's difficult to kind of get more synchros into that extra deck there, particularly with the extra deck the way it is. One thing which I did do is I did take out a lot of cards as per their suggestions, particularly from the extra deck. I reduced my Zodiac engine quite a bit. The Zodiac engine I had before was two Trident, one Leica, one Hammer Kong, two Broad Ball, and one Ball. Basically, I reduced it down just to focus on doing Trident, the Searcher, Broad Ball, and also Tiger Mortal. Those ones are the ones which we really need. I do feel a bit nervous sometimes about leaving out, I think it's Broad Ball, which is a Searcher, out on the field sometimes, but otherwise, taking them out did allow me to play in a lot of other cards. I think this is the combo right now, so you see on the field here, Speedroids are searching out my Zoos. Zoos are now searching out more Zoos, getting more Rat Peers out, and there is Broad Ball. Broad Ball is searching out more YoSenjus from my hand. Tenki's doing some shenanigans, and it is just an amazing opening play. It's a 1-card opening play. And put in mind, in that duel there, I hadn't even normal summoned yet. I could have normal summoned, but I hadn't even bothered to normal summon yet. It is such an amazing play. It is a really great opening hand. And it's just 1 card. As long as you have a Speedroid and a knee level 4 in your hand, it can just lead into so much searching. I don't get it off too often. I guess that's kind of, the weaknesses of playing a 60 card deck, but it is working out really well. Speaking of which, a lot of people asked why bother playing 60 cards. Even FoolishBurial was like, reduce it to 40. I just wanted to try it out. The one reason which I specified in my original rate of fix post was that I wanted to combat the grass is greener decks, but also I would hate to kind of reduce a lot of the deck numbers in this deck and have weaker engines overall. I don't want to reduce the Speedroid count because the Speedroids are only 3 Terratop and 1 Taptenborg. To reduce that anymore would be really kind of ineffective in my opinion. I don't want to reduce the Kaijus. 6 Kaijus is pretty much enough. I don't want to reduce the Zoos. I only running 3 Zodiacs, and then YoSenjus, I'm running 10 YoSenjus. I don't want to reduce the hand traps either. The hand traps are really good. They constantly become effective, and they are always pretty much live against current decks. So it was difficult for me to find a way to reduce this to 40. If I would have to take out, significantly reduce the amount of hand traps I'm running, and maybe reduce some of the amount of YoSenjus which I'm running too. Plus, I would also have to reduce a lot of the spells, and although there are a lot of spells in this deck, they're quite fast. They are searchers, they get more advantage for you, they answer situations quite well, and I don't really feel like there's anything now which I want to really take out. And so far I'm having a lot of success running a 60 card build, so I'm going to kind of stick with this deck in this way or form. I will change this deck, I will try something else in the next video, but right now I'm really happy to kind of have this deck which I can use to play against the meta and kind of understand what was going on. For a while now I've been trying to play online in Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro and Yu-Gi-Oh! DevPro, but I've been finding it really difficult to understand what the hell my opponents are doing, because there are so many plays going on right now. But now I'm kind of understanding what it is by playing these types of cards myself. Anywho, at the moment we're playing against Blue Eyes White Dragon Heroes, which is an interesting build. A lot of variance. This meta has a lot of variety in it. You not really seeing many meta decks right now online, or at least in this video here. I wasn't seeing any Metal Foes decks. I wasn't seeing any other. I did see some Zodiacs. I got destroyed by some Zodiac decks. I didn't see many true Draco decks, which I know is quite popular right now. I also didn't see any Paleozoics decks. Actually, I did see one. and I still need to play Paleozoic matchup. That's something which I'm finding a little bit tricky right now. But yeah, you won't see any of those in this video because there's a lot of variety and a lot of different strategies people are trying out. But yeah, as you see with some people, as soon as they see me start doing all this such shenanigans, they kind of just see me doing what I'm doing, and then they think, oh no, I'm not dealing with it, I'm gonna surrender and just rage quit straight away. One build that I did like playing against in this series of videos was the Constellar Kaiju Artifact. Constellar Kaiju Artifacts is a lot like my YoKaiZoo deck, or a 40 card YoKaiZoo deck. Constellar are Beast Warriors, or they have a lot of Beast Warriors, which I didn't realize beforehand, so they can take advantage of all the shenanigans Beast Warriors can have available to them right now. Plus they use Kaijus and cards like Constellars to bounce back Kaijus on the field to their hand, kind of like what YoKaiZoo Kama 1 does. I think the YoKaiZoo engine is a bit more superior, but I like that kind of variant too. That's a very interesting way to play Constellars. Overall though, I'm really enjoying this deck. It's really fun to do. Please feel free to try it out if you want to try this build out for yourself. It's a whole lot of fun, and it works so well. And yeah, no, big thanks to Izanaki104 and FoolishBurial for the suggestions that they made. I just want to have a look and see if there's anything else which I want to point out or I've forgotten out before this video ends. No, he just made suggestions such as DD Crow, changing up some of the extra tech a bit. And yeah, feel free to rewind the video and check the message that he posted wherever I posted into this video after doing editing. But yeah, no, YoKaiZoo is a whole lot of fun to play. Really fun. My favorite deck at the moment. And yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have enjoyed it, please feel free to subscribe. If you have any suggestions on what you want to see in the future, please feel free to do so. I'm very open to different deck ideas right now and looking to try and add more cards to learn the format a bit more and just have fun playing more Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you soon. Take care.